I just want to briefly go on to the subject of ethnicity. It's not something that has been discussed in the independence debate, but we should remember that imperialism and colonialism involves ethnic discrimination of native speakers and their culture. They're not teaching our language, they're not valuing our language, so they didn't value our folk, and that's the outcome of that. Colonialism and certainly cultural imperialism involves basically racism. And we should remember that, and remember also that the Scots are an ethnic minority within a UK context seeking self-determination. The Union, which is basically cultural domination, created the Scottish cultural cringe, which is a psychological condition. This ethnic discrimination becomes normalised in such a society. This is why only 10% of the academics in our universities are Scots, and more than half the teachers in many of our schools are not Scottish. The Scots are basically not part of the professional and managerial class as they would be in an independent Scotland. We would not be advertising all our best jobs in London anymore, just as Denmark doesn't advertise all its best jobs in Berlin, as it might have done at one time. Essentially what this means is that imperialism, colonialism, ethnic discrimination of native communities and speakers and depriving them of their language leads to what we know as the Scottish cultural cringe, but what I've described is the psychological condition known as internalised racism, which is also known as appropriated racial oppression. And this is where the people appropriate negative stereotypes about them. The stereotypes of the Scot, as we know, are well established in the media, TV and so on. Subordination and deprivation is then considered by that oppressed group to be deserved. What is known in post-colonial literature is cultural obliteration due to linguistic and cultural imperialism. Probably, and we might hypothesize, explains why many ethnic Scots still oppose independence. They still oppose their own liberation, unlocking the gate or the chain around their neck. They do this because of high levels of appropriated racial oppression.